Good evening, guys. And welcome to the official topic talk. I thought I'd start this live a little bit early. I'm gonna put the link out in case anybody would like to jump on. There's a link, guys, if anybody wants to jump on. And later on in the live, I'll be writing down names of people in the live chat, and I'll be putting all them names into like a hat, you can say, and then I'll be drawing two winners from out of the hat, and two lucky winners will receive a £10 Amazon gift voucher each. And I'd just like to set something right, that there was rumours that were floating around that Yemi B had died, but this now seems not the case. Yemi B is alive, and so much well. Now, I'm not sure how this rumour was first started on YouTube, but if it was someone who was playing a bad joke, I mean, that's sick. Should never play jokes with saying people have died when they haven't. I mean, it's a sick joke, or is it, a complete misunderstanding? So I thought I'd start this a little bit early. As you can see, the rules for this giveaway are in the description box. Please go and read it, people. There are two £10 Amazon gift vouchers up for grabs for two lucky people. Two lucky people will have the chance to win a £10 Amazon gift voucher tonight. What I'm quite simply going to do, the rules are you must be subscribed to my channel. There's one entry per person. It will be drawn randomly. So what I intend to do is all the people that come into the live chat, I'll stick their names down on a piece of paper as the evening goes along. I'll put their names down on a piece of paper. I'll then rip the pieces of paper off their name and fold them up, place them into a hat, and two lucky winners will be drawn at random. So if you want to be in with a chance to win a £10 Amazon gift voucher, then please subscribe to the channel and be active in the comment section, so your name can be entered then into a draw. And there will be two lucky winners, each receiving a £10 Amazon gift voucher. So I hope everybody's doing well this Saturday afternoon stroke evening. Just to put to bed rumours that have been started on YouTube of Yemi B's passing. This information is not correct. Yemi B is alive and kicking and well, and this rumour was started by somebody, and I hope it weren't just a sick joke. I'm hoping that this was a genuine misunderstanding, because it's not a nice thing to be putting around YouTube. So I hope you guys have all been well today. Today's the day of the draw. As they say, you've got to be in it to win it. So I hope you guys have all been well today. I was up early this morning. I was up this morning around 4 o'clock this morning, and I was off doing myself a car boot sale. 4 a.m. this morning. I didn't get back home until probably about 11-12 o'clock this afternoon. So I had myself a quick hour relax, and I found out that somebody was putting a rumour out that Yemi B had passed, and unfortunately now I found out that's not the case. I think somebody's put that up. Hopefully not with bad intention. I'm hoping it was just a misunderstanding. And all I've done, I just thought I'd just start this live a little bit early. So as you can see, the prize, there'll be 2 winners, each receiving a £10 Amazon voucher. And the simple rules are: you must be subscribed to my channel, must be commenting in the chat, as this will be your entry, must have an email so you can receive the prize. Chat will be for subscribers only, and 1 entry per person. So they're the rules, guys, to be with a chance to win a £10 Amazon gift voucher tonight. And names will be drawn out of a hat from people commenting in the comment section. That's the way you will be entered. By whoever's commenting in the comment section on this live, their name will be put down. And as the evening draws by, their names will be put into a hat, and there'll be 2 lucky winners drawn out of that hat, and each one will receive a £10 Amazon gift voucher. I'll put the link out, so if anybody wants to jump on the panel, then they can do. I mean, the rules are not that hard, and I want the prize to go to a subscriber, and that's the reason why I put it as a subscribers only live. As a subscribers only live. So what has everybody been doing this afternoon? Been out shopping, or what has everyone been up to? And only channel subscribers of 5 minutes or longer can send a message. Minister Mastris, welcome in, sir. My head is smashed potato from my live this morning. Chaos. Yeah. Just doing the giveaway, so what I'm going to be doing is those that subscribed and comment in the comment section, I'm going to be drawing 2 random names out of the hat, and each lucky winner will receive a £10 Amazon gift voucher. Yeah, I was a bit knackered this morning. I was up at 4 a.m. Going off to a car boot sale. I mean, that kind of knackered me out this morning. Ministry's the first one down on the list. I mean, the link's out there if you want to jump on Ministry if you've got time. But yeah, I thought I'd make this live more interesting, and to celebrate my my 2K subscribers, I thought I'd do a giveaway for 2 lucky winners, each receiving a £10 Amazon gift voucher. So I thought I'd do something for the people, give something back. But what do you think to this rumour then about Yemi B dying? And now as it turns out, the guy's not died. Madness, and to think if somebody's done it for a sick joke, then they're sick in the head. But if it's being a genuine, I have heard a rumour that his granddaughter faked his Facebook account and wrote on his Facebook wall that he had died. I don't know, that's not been fact checked. I mean, but if it's somebody that was just doing it for a sick joke, then they're a bit sick in the head. But if it does turn out to be that reason, that somebody's faked his Facebook and put it down, then it can be put down to a genuine error, I think. But come on in, guys. Everybody's welcome. I'm struggling with Wi-Fi at the moment. I've had bad reception all day. They are laying fibre optics up the street. Yeah, I was having a bit of problems this morning. I think it was because I was in the middle of a field, and using data. My internet on my phone, kept coming in and going out. No problem, mate. I was going to say, you're more than welcome to jump on any time you like. Maybe it's because I've gone on a bit earlier than what I scheduled it for. I did schedule it for 7 p.m. But I thought, I'd jump on a little bit earlier. I mean, I had a little hour nap earlier. I still feel a little bit tired, actually. I think later on I'll get a couple of energy drinks down me, to see if it'll keep me awake. um, for a little bit. So I'll wait till a few more people come in. I mean, I was hoping there'd be quite a few people coming in. The reason I put the chat for subscribers only is because I wanted the vouchers to go to a subscriber, as opposed to somebody who's not subscribed to the channel. But yeah, the car boot this morning, it weren't too bad. I went last weekend and got there about 4:30, and I was back at home by 5:30, 5:45. There was only about three sellers down there, and the weather had been forecast for rain, and we didn't bother getting any of the stalled out, and by 5 o'clock we were leaving there, and then came down the pour of rain, and this morning wasn't too bad. It was a brilliant turnout down at the car boot. I probably got back home probably about 11:30, like 12ish, I think. Coming up close to Christmas, and all them extra penny counts. Especially with bill prices and the price of electric and gas and stuff like going up. Not many on around my way this time of year. Only a couple of indoor ones. Yeah, we went out to one in Bridge North. This time of year, the car boots are pretty much thriving. To be fair, they've got a big one down at Cannock, and the one we go to in Bridge North. And then there's another one, I think, up by Featherstone Prison. So there's a few to choose from. And then on a Sunday, there's one in Wolverhampton. Everybody's rushing around the car boots and the markets, trying to find some bargains, to give off as Christmas presents. I've probably been doing it about 2 years now. I've been doing a bit of car booting. Welcome in, TNT Balls. How you doing, my mate? Hope you've had a great Saturday afternoon. Just put your name down on the list, and what we're going to be doing is be doing a live draw a little bit down the line, and there's 2 Amazon gift vouchers up for grabs to 2 lucky winners, and what we'll be doing is putting all your names into a hat, and then we'll be doing drawing 2 names out of the hat, and there'll be the 2 lucky winners, each receiving a £10 Amazon gift voucher each. Just something I thought I'd do to give back, to my subscribers. That was the reason I put the chat as subscribers only, because I want the gifts to go to, a subscriber as opposed to somebody who's not subscribed. Madness, eh? Yeah, I mean, there's a rumour floating around this morning that Yemi B had died. But it later turns out he's so much alive, and kicking. And apparently somebody frapped his Facebook account and put that he had died. Not a very nice joke if somebody was playing. I mean, that's sick. But if it's like a rumour, I've heard it was apparently his granddaughter's frapped his Facebook account and put that he had died. And that's where I believe the rumour could have started from, and then somebody seen it and then put it onto Facebook. And so Yemi B's so much alive, and I'll get back in talks as soon as he's a bit better, to see if I can arrange this podcast with him. I was really looking forward to it when I was speaking to him before. But yes, that's what's going to be happening a little bit later, guys. Part of the rules is that you put comments in the chat section, and that's like your kind of entry into the giveaway. And then all the names in the chat will then be put into a hat, and 2 random names will be drawn, and there'll be 2 lucky winners of a £10 Amazon voucher each. The rules I've put down there in the description box, and that's the reason why I put the chat, because that's your entry into the giveaway. I'll put the link out in case anybody wants to jump on. Come and have a chat on the panel for a while. Don't have to show your face, as long as I can see the face in the background, or you can switch the camera then back off and you can chat anonymously on the panel. Not a problem. Sorry, Steve, got to go. My daughter needs picking up from the hospital. Hope she's well, buddy. And Ministry, I'll probably catch up with you a little bit later. Evening, Airborne Audits. Evening, OTT, and everyone in the chat. Hope everyone is well. Airborne Audits, your name's on the list. Which a little bit later on, I'll be putting all the names of the people in the chats into a hat. And I'll be drawing 2 lucky winners out of the hat. And 2 lucky winners would receive a £10 Amazon voucher each. I hope all you guys are doing well. Like I was just saying, there was a rumour floating around earlier that Yemi B had died, but apparently that's not the case. Christine Newton, hi. Welcome to the giveaway. Your name's going down on the list. To be entered into the draw a little bit later on, where all the names of the people in the chat, that's your entry into the giveaway, and 2 names will be picked at random out of the hat, each receiving a £10 Amazon gift voucher. So we got 4 people in the draw so far. On this lovely Saturday afternoon. What time are you doing the draw, OTT? It'll probably be about, say, about 8, half 8ish. I'd imagine. I'll let a few more people come in. You know, when I think, you know, there's enough people in, I'll be doing the draw. If I say I'll do the draw about 8:30. Paul C. Good evening, brothers and sisters. Good to see you. Good to see you in, Paul. Your name's been entered into the draw. So if I say I'll do the draw, what time is it now? Just coming up to 7. Yeah, if I do the draw about between 8 and half 8, you know, that'll be enough time for more people to come in that can be entered into the draw. So let's say 8:30. I'll do the draw. That'll give me enough time then to get all the names into the hat, and you know, I'll draw 2 names out of the hat. That's 5 names so far into the draw. Airborne Audits or Paul C. The link's out there. If you want to jump on the panel, come and have a chat for 5 minutes. So if you guys had a great Saturday afternoon, I was just saying that you know, there was a rumour floating around YouTube earlier that somebody had put out that Yemi B had died, and you know, that's turned out not to be the case. He's quite much alive and well. But you know, I was hoping to get Yemi B on as a guest. You know, once he gets a little bit better, I'll have to get in some talks and see if we can make some sort of arrangement to get Yemi B on as a guest. If I win the number, I will double it. You choose the charity. You sure about that? I mean, because this is just something that I want to do to give back to you guys. You know, the subscribers that have you followed me on my journey, and I reached the milestone of 2K subs, and you know, that's a good achievement. You know, so it was something I just wanted to do to give back to you guys, you know, as a kind of like a thank you. Wow, Airborne Audits. I did an 8-second video on TikTok 2 days ago. and it's on 608k views. Wow. That is a lot. That is a lot. I mean, I've done one or two silly videos on TikTok, and I don't think they've had many views. I mean, but then there again, I'm not really following anybody, so maybe that's the case. It's had no views, because I haven't followed no one. But wow, that's that's a lot of views. 608k. Woohoo! 608,000 views. Wow. Just to think, imagine that, putting a video up like that, and then like 5 hours later you sat at 608k views on YouTube. Wow. But on TikTok, is it easier to get views on TikTok, do you reckon, than YouTube, for videos? So as I was just there saying, guys, I'll be doing the draw between 8 and 8:30. I'll be randomly drawing 2 names out of the hat. Names of people that are in the live chat will go into a hat, and I will draw between 8 and half 8 2 names out of that hat, and each one of them people will receive a £10 Amazon gift voucher. I'd only need an email, or you can link up with me Facebook, and I can send you the Amazon code either via email or a message via Facebook, or you could jump on the panel and I could put it in as a private message for you. Some video only 8k views on YouTube, but I only have 203 subs, and you get 8k views. Wow. Man, that's brilliant. That is Airborne Audits, to only have 203 subscribers, but yet you're achieving 8k views on YouTube. Wow. I haven't got a video yet above 6.8k. 6.8k is the best amount of views that I've had so far on a video, and I've had a couple that 6k views. I've had a couple that 5.1, 5.7, but so far I haven't got a video that's above 6.8k views on YouTube. Midland Audits, good evening, sir. And I'm just putting your name down for to go into the draw later on, which will be done between 8 and 8:30. Everybody in the live chat, the names will be written down on the list, and then they'll be ripped up and put into the hat. And between 8 and half 8, I'll be randomly picking 2 names out of the hat, and each will receive a £10 gift voucher. We've got Rob in the house. Evening, Rob. Hope you're doing well, sir. Let's get your name down on the list for a chance to win 1 or 2 prizes for two lucky people between 8 and half 8 tonight, of a £10 Amazon gift voucher each. Between 8 and half 8, I'll be putting the names from the list into a hat, and then randomly picking out 2 names, and each one of them names will receive a £10 Amazon gift voucher. Hope you've been doing well, Rob. You've been up to much. I'll put the link out if anybody wants to jump on, to have a chat for about 5 or 10 minutes. Not a problem. You don't have to show your face. All I ask is that you show the face behind the background, and I'll let you on, guys. But there's the link if anybody wants to jump on. Everyone ordered it. It's because they went hands-on with. That's why you all have them reviews. There's a link, guys, for the stream if anybody wants to jump on the panel for a little bit. Paul, you're good. Yeah, everything's cool this end. Just a little bit tired. I was just saying, I was up since about 4 o'clock this morning, down at the car boot. I probably didn't get back in till about 11:30, 12, and I can't jump on 4 Labradors I have, and my... Yeah, not a problem, brother, not a problem. Yeah, just saying that ain't there a lot going on in the YouTube community at the moment? I don't know if any of you guys have seen it or, seen the videos going around of a guy on YouTube called Sir Dodgy Dave. He turned up at Decker's front door and, confronted him to ask him to account for his 55-page acro. Yeah, Rob, I was on my way back from the car boot, and I got a message saying that Yemi B had died. So I'm on my way back home. We pulled over, and I done a quick video. But as it turns out now, very much so. That was a rumor. I don't think the rumor was spread out hatred. He's yet to be clarified, but I'm on the understanding that his granddaughter frapped his Facebook account and put that Yemi B had died. And then, of course, somebody's seen that on Facebook and, done a video of it. I don't know who's the first one that brought it from that Facebook post over onto YouTube to say he had died. But, I mean, he spread over YouTube, quite rapidly. But then a couple of people have made phone calls to Yemi, and they've spoken personally to Yemi, and he's, very much alive. So I was thinking, if somebody's put that, it's a sick joke, because you can't use and say that somebody's died, and then say, oh, it's only a joke, I'm messing, that's sick. So what I believe is yet to be confirmed, that his granddaughter frapped his Facebook account, and that's how it's come about. Do you sell stuff OTT? I'll do a car boot every Saturday, and I'll get rid of stationery stuff, like printing paper and stuff to do with the office, stationery. We do like work boots, steel toe cap work boots. It's just a car boot, just to, on a Saturday morning, just to earn a few pennies over the weekend, basically. But I only do the one car boot, which is on the Saturday. Super rude, but who is Yemi B? Put into the search bar, Yemi B TV, YAMMY B and TV, and he's like a big, well-known ex-gangster. Used to carry out hits inside the prison. For other prisoners, against other prisoners. Very, very, very dangerous man. But he's a gentleman. I've spoken to him on many occasions, and he loves watching over the content that my channel produces. He's an absolute gentleman, to speak to. And if any of you get a chance, pop on over to Yemi B. In fact, I'll put the link for his channel in the chat now for you. He does a lot of really good talks on like his prison stories, and just pop on over and give his channel a sub, and I'm sure you'll enjoy some of his videos. I mean, they're all prison tales, and he is a very, very dangerous man. But at the same time, he's a true gentleman. He'd do anything to help you if he could. He comes from London. He's a very, very dangerous criminal, and he's got I think he spent maybe 27 years in jail. Don't mark me on that, but I think that's close to what he's done. Biggest smile on YouTube does Yami. Biggest smile. He's a gentleman. But then on saying that, I wouldn't want to cross him. But he's a totally reformed character, and I was hoping, to get him on the podcast so I can get him to talk about how he reformed himself. So I'm quite looking forward to that. Now I know he's still alive, I'm really, really looking forward to having him on a podcast with me, so he can tell his story about his lifestyle, what he used to do, what he used to get up to, and how his character now is a heck of a lot different to what it was, like before. But I mean, he's got some great chats on his channel that he does. He's done them quite regular, telling the stories about his past, and situations that he's got into, within the prison system. And then he's gone on to talks, about other celebrity gangsters, against other underworld figures. Very knowledgeable, really down to earth guy, and he's a complete gentleman. So if you guys get a chance to, please pop on over to his channel and, watch some of his content. I'm sure you'll find it, quite entertaining. Right then, I'll catch you later, brothers and sisters. Paul C, pop back on about 8:30. You never know. You know, you could be a winner. Yeah, definitely show your face back between about 8 and half 8, and you know, find out if you're one of the lucky winners, Paul. You know, if not, if you are, then I'll leave a message underneath one of your posts to let you know. Did you see Sir Dodgy Dave at Decker's? I did, and I've done. I managed to get hold of the video, and you know, with the permission, you know, of the owner. You know, I've done my talkover version of events on the video. So if you get a chance to, Rob, have a check on my video that I've done from when Dodgy Dave turned up at Decker's door. You know, I've done my kind of cliche on it, done my own running commentary on it, and quite something, eh? I mean, you know, surely now everybody can see, you know, what this Decker's all about. And I mean, you know, could you imagine if Dave was a female, you know, and Decker come lashing out like that, you know, at the female? But unfortunately, like, Dave is probably twice the size of Decker. Um, and Dave cracked him a nice solid right, and he kind of backed Decker off, you know, and I think he was very much stunned. Evening, Cindy Collector. Shall I put your name down on the list? I'll be doing the draw between 8 and half 8, Cindy Collector. And 2 lucky people will have the chance to win a £10 Amazon gift voucher each. I'll be keeping a list of the names of the people in the live chat, and between 8 and half 8, I'll be putting the names then into a hat and drawing 2 names out of the hat at random, and each one will receive a £10 Amazon gift voucher in celebration of me reaching 2k subs. I've not seen the full version from CCTV footage, only the body cam. Yeah, Decker hasn't released, and he won't release the CCTV footage. You know, because he's going to be incriminating himself if he does, because all it's going to do is show him coming out and attacking Dave. You know, I've done from when Dave pulls up to when Dave gets into the car just after the little scrap occurred. I mean, I was going to do the second part where Dave was driving off and the cars were following him, but I'm just going to wait for Dave to send me the copy over via email or to give me the link, and then I'll do my own take on it. But very much so, what's on the body camera, you know, I'm sure that's what you're going to see. You know, coming off Decker's CCTV cameras, but you know, he only showed the parts he wanted the people to see, and that was where obviously Dave was, you know, sat waiting on the corner, you know, and then he drove over up to the house. And then he's shown the part where, you know, Dave's gone into his gate and knocked his door, and you know, he hasn't showed anything more because he knows he'd be incriminating himself for an assault charge, because you'll quite clearly see that Decker like came out, tried to goad Dave into the front garden, and then instead that he went onto the path in the public area, and you could quite clearly see that Dave had 55 pieces of paper in his left hand, and he had a mobile phone in his right hand, and then Decker's just walked straight up to him and attacked him. Cheers, TNT balls. Cindy Collector, can I ask a question? Yeah, sure. Sure, Cindy. You know, so, you know, quite clearly, you know, Decker's in the wrong. You know, and if Dave really wanted to, he could, you know, get Decker done for assault there, as, you know, it's all on camera. I was being nosy earlier on Humbles and saw you say something about Kyra M and pretending to be her son. What was that about? I couldn't stay. I had family stuff on. Yeah, just basically something that she put a couple of comments on a certain channel. And the first comment was made with a completely different account. And then the next question after that account comment came on, there was a comment made by Kyra M, but it was like from the same person, if you can get my drift. The first comment was in relation to the second comment that Kyra M made, and then I think the person realised the mistake that they made, and Kyra M then put that, you know, that was her son's account that she was on. So in essence, she sent a message off her son's account, say for argument's sake, and then right underneath sent a message off her account. And then when she realised that mistake, she quickly deleted the comments. That's all that was, you know, just to say that I realised that she had commented on her son's account apparently, but then the comment right underneath that comment was from her account. You know, I wasn't doing anything malicious or, you know, nasty or horrible. You know, I don't know Maria M, but you know, I was just making a statement that she had spoken on a different account, and then 2 seconds later, you know, made a comment on her account. You know, there's nothing in it, nothing to start or cause any trouble or nothing like that. You know, it was just something that that I'd seen, and I said, you know, I just felt it was a bit weird that you know, somebody made a comment on one account, and then, you know, 2 seconds later make another statement on a different named account. You know, I just thought it was all a bit weird, to be honest. There's been a lot going off on YouTube last few days. Yeah, I mean, it's getting, you know, it's getting a bit to the point where, you know, somebody's going to get hurt. You know, I can just feel it in my bones. You know, someone somewhere down the line, you know, is going to get hurt. I mean, there's so much going on in the YouTube world. That's why, you know, I decide, you know, to try and stay away from the drama side of stuff. You know, and produce like my own content. You know, I'm trying to stay out of stuff as much as possible. You know, but seriously, I can see someone getting seriously hurt. You know, with what's been going on and the call outs and people wanting to turn up at people's doors, and then you know, there's other people making statements that they're sending people to people's houses, and you know, even though you know, they may well have children at that home. You know, I have seen statements that have been made of people like, I don't care if there's kids at the house, blah 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 blah. You know, it's just getting a bit getting all that out of hand. You know, and it's probably something that's been brewing, you know, on YouTube probably the past, you don't know, 12 months or so. You know, I hope to God that nobody does, you know, get hurt and nobody does send people to people's doors, and you know, but sometimes it's like if you're going to computer stuff, then sometimes you've got to expect the backlash. You know, yes, I have a community page now, so I'm hoping to use it for good things. Drama free, if that exists on this side of YouTube. I mean, you know, sometimes you can just innocently, you know, what I have seen is, you know, some people getting innocently, you know, brought into stuff. A bit like, say, I'll just do an example, Cindy. You know, if somebody's falling out with you, say, for argument's sake, but I talk to you, but I also talk to that person that's fallen out with you, you'll find 9 times out of 10, and that person that's fell out with you will then say to me, "Oh, what are you talking to her for?" Um, you know, and sometimes, you know, people will listen to that and then fall out with you for no sake of their own, because he's fallen out with you. You've got to fall out with you. I mean, you know, just like an example, that Cindy, but you can see where I'm coming from, and you know, to me, if you've fallen out with me, but then Tom speaks to me but speaks to you, um, you know, it's nothing to do with Tom. Um, you know, so just because somebody's fallen out with somebody, you know, don't mean to say that the next person needs to follow suit. You know, they can talk to both sides, you know. But on YouTube, unfortunately, I found that if Tom falls out with Harry, um, then Tom gets upset if somebody else talks to Harry, and I mean, it's just crazy. I mean, that's where you need to be your own person. You know, just because somebody falls out with somebody, it don't necessarily mean to say you've got to fall out with them. You know, for that reason, it's getting crazy. You know, and you know, that's where a lot of channels that you find, um, you know, are jumping on certain bandwagons. I only fall out with people who do me wrong. Oh, and maybe my girls I mod for who I want doesn't mean I'm a wrong, and you have to be your own person. That's correct, Cindy. I mean, you've got to be your own person on here, and you know, just because two people fall out and you talk to both of them, you don't have to pick a side. You know, you can carry on talking to them two people, and if the other person don't like that fact, you know, then it's their problem to deal with, and like not like your own. Like you know, there's too much of that going on. Oh, that was freaky. I mean, but you know, they're like I'll give you an example now. Um, you know my background, you know my story. You know, on the back end of last year, um, you know, I was defending Decker, and then as soon as I realised what he was, um, you know, I jumped out of it and stayed the heck away, you know, and um, didn't defend him no more, and you know, went on to the side that, you know, He has done things wrong, blah, blah, blah. Well, take this for instance. I'll use it as an example. Somebody is still falling out with me all the way back then. I said a lot of apologies to people, for how I treated them back then. And quite a lot of people have forgiven me, and and let's just say John Humble is one. I made about 260 videos about that guy. But like I say, it's all water under the bridge, and John's forgiven me. But this Chris has been sending Humble emails and stuff about me, telling Humble that he should be chucking me under the bus and not forgiving me for what I'd done back in the day. And Humble's turned around and said, well, that's your problem to deal with. He says, I've forgiven Steve. It's water under the bridge. And it's Chris's problem to deal with, basically. So he's tried to turn somebody against me because of what happened in the past, even though, I've done a heck of a lot of apologies, and people have accepted my apologies, that I made a genuine error and, got manipulated by somebody, I should never have allowed to manipulate me. But that certain person behind the scenes is trying to, stir the trouble up again between me and certain individuals in the YouTube community. But, thankfully for me, they've turned around to him and said, well, if you've got a problem with Steve, then that's your problem. You either go sort it out with Steve or you forgive him, or, we don't want to know, but don't come to me with the shit. Obviously trying to stir the pot again. So I was expecting that, to happen. But thankfully, these people have genuinely, forgiven me. They're never going to forget, obviously, but, they've given me that second chance, and, I've run with that second chance, and look at my channel now. Doing a heck of a lot better, and that's because I'm not listening to anybody, and I've stayed on my own path. And if Tom, Dick and Harry falls out, well, that's nothing to do with me. If they've got a problem with me because I haven't fallen out with them, that's their problem to deal with, not mine. I've owned up, and I've owned my shit from the past. There's quite a few people that need to own their troubles and trash from the past. It's up to our own selves who we forgive or who we want to chat with. Exactly, Cindy. But I don't expect people to make decisions based just because somebody else has fallen out with me still, like from the past. It just shows how some people are when they don't fall out with me because of Tom's reason for falling out with me. So I'm thankful for, a couple of people in that respect for not, letting the past come trickling, back to kind of haunt me, as they say. I've got no skeletons in my closet. I mean, I've owned every mistake that I've made, from the back end of last year, and I've improved on the mistakes and errors, that I made last year. So I don't expect people to let it all trickle back through again. And there was one certain individual, that's been trying to do that now for a couple of weeks, and, goad me back into the past arguments, which, I've been totally avoiding. I've got no interest to go back onto any arguments I'd been involved with in the past. That's, like I say, I said to a certain somebody else, Paula, I apologise. She was the only one that got 2 apologies out of me, for an error and mistake I made against her. But I've owned it, And just because she won't accept my apology, it's not to do with me. I ain't got a problem. She's got a problem with that, and she's got to deal with that herself, not me. So um, exactly, if you own it from the past or present, that's a wise move. I mean, genuinely, if you own your mistakes, and then in the near future, if you don't make that same mistake twice, and you come back as a better you with not making them mistakes and errors from your past, people will see that for the better and the good that person's trying. You're always going to get one or two people trying to sift through and let like the dirt trickle through, but to me they're irrelevant. If they can't accept the apology, that's something they've got to deal with, not me. I've done and owned, and I've improved and I've moved on. If you carry it all on and go forward the same, then that's also up to them. Doesn't mean anyone has to like it. You have a choice to watch, listen, follow. If you learn from your mistakes, all good. That's true. Like myself, I can honestly say I learned from my mistakes, and I won't be making the same mistakes twice. It's not often people give you second chances, but them second chances, I want people to judge me on how I come back after making them mistakes, and then judging me on the way that I am now, through the learning process I've gone through, not to make them same mistakes twice. Once somebody's forgiven you, then, there's no point going back on that path that got you into trouble. You avoid that, at all costs, and then, you make your own path, be your own person, and you can't make that mistake twice. It's it's a case that I'm not going to be able to please everybody, but then I'm not out, particularly so much to please people. It's just a case that I put my content out there and be the person that I am and how I would like to be treated. And I think that's the way, that it should be, to be honest with you. But owning the mistakes is one thing, that will carry you further than anything more. I have some who like to tag me in stuff to try show me I'm wrong for showing up in certain lives, blah blah. Shame they didn't put the same effort into others when they were being bad. I mean, exactly. I've had it. I've had the testing period where people have tried to drag me back into the past arguments and stuff, and I've avoided it like the plague. And I just cracked on and just wanted to do the content I've been doing, and that's my way of moving forward, away from all the drama. Treat people how you want to be treated is how I work. Exactly, TNT balls. I fell into that mistake, last year where, I upset a lot of people, made a lot of mistakes, which now, I kind of look out only for myself. And I'll treat everybody how I expect to be treated back myself. For me, it's worked. I'm looking forward and stepping forward. I'm not stepping back at all. If I step back, that's when I start making the errors. And I'm not about to do that. I'll keep my channel as positive as I can. Put really good content out there. And that's what I'm about, and that's what I want to bring from my channel. Except it's been harder for me because I've been involved in some deep drama, from the past. But like I say, I've said to these people, like, time will tell if I've changed. And that's the way that I feel about that one. Don't get involved in drama, and no one can judge you. And no matter what, I refuse to get into it. Whatever drama going off, I think we have enough trials in the real world. Yes, I mean, a lot of us are struggling at the moment, in life, and that's maybe why people do start YouTube channels, to get away from their troubles in their life. And coming onto YouTube for them is like a remedy, a kind of escape that, away from, like, the troubles of reality, we could say. But yeah, I'm a strong believer that you got to own your shit first, before you can change. But don't sit back and think you're going to win everybody over. Because you're never going to win people over that you've made mistakes and enemies of. But it's all about going forward and being yourself. That's what I've learned anyway. Just being myself, and it's carried me, all this far since I opened up this account to where I am today. Of course, we are all going to say, what the fucking, oh my god, at some point, some stuff going off, and we may even want to know more, but that's because we are nosy. Yeah, I agree, Cindy. Right, guys, between 8 and half 8, I'll be doing the draw, so come on, get your names into the chat, and that's your way of entry into the giveaway. Come drop by, have a chat in the chat section of this live, and that's your way of entry into the giveaway, and your names will be written down on the list. And somewhere between 8 and half 8, I'll be ripping them names up, putting them into a hat, and 2 lucky winners will be drawn out of that hat, and each will receive a £10 Amazon gift voucher. Come on, guys, surely you want something for nothing. I would. Don't worry about my name going in. I would rather someone else got use of it. I don't know. Looking at the moment, there's not many people out there that want something for nothing. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's eight names so far. I was hoping for I was hoping for quite a lot, actually. Because I do want to give a little something back. For me, this ain't about getting clicks and views and, all of that rubbish like most people. This is genuine, that, I do want to show my appreciation, for you guys, for the support you guys have given, like, to me, to my channel, since I've started this new venture of a channel. Come on, guys, I'm giving something away for nothing, come on. Even my enemies, or even people that don't like me, please come on over. Come and get in the chat, and you never know, you might be that random person that wins a tenner out of my pocket. Come on, guys, get your names in the chat. I see a few lurkers in the background. You can't win it if you're not in it, guys. It's only one rule, one simple rule, and that's to get into the chat, you need to be a subscriber, and you won't be entered into the giveaway unless your name's in the chat. You know, come on, guys. Surely there's people out there that want to get a tenner out of my pocket. You know, and I just want to show the appreciation back to the people that have helped support me and support my channel. So come on, guys. You know, it's not as if I'm begging you guys, you know, to, you know, donate to me. You know, I'm quite the opposite of some channels. You know, some channels out there, you know, they demand and ask for money off their subscribers on a regular basis. You know, others monetize their channel and, you know, earn a few bob by monetizing their channel. I mean, my channel's at a level. You know, I can enter into the monetization program like today. You know, I've ticked all the boxes. You know, but you know, I'm not about money. You know, I don't want my channel to go down that path. Because I think there's a lot of people. Once you monetize, they kind of look at you and your channel in a different light. You know, they kind of look at it that, oh, you're not so much interested about the awareness or the words or the message that you're trying to get out to people. You know, you're doing it for clicks and views. For, you know, the more clicks and views, the more money you earn, and that's nothing what I've ever been about. You know, the messages that I get out there from my guests that come on, they're hand chosen by me. I've had like 3 people ask, you know, to come on alive and for me to interview them, but you know, I'm simply don't match my channel criteria. You know, if I was in it for that, then I would have had them on. You know, I'd had everybody on, but you know, my channel's not about that. You know, it's more of the message that I can help others to get out there. You know, is what my channel is based upon. Don't forget to go vote on my fun poll. I definitely will do, Cindy Collector. I'll pop on over after and you know, go and see what the see what that poll vote's all about. You know, and I'll put a vote in. I'm here. Got a sick little one, guys. TNT balls. You could always do one of those buy me a coffee links. I've got a buy me a coffee link, Cindy. You know, but I don't tend to put it out. You know, maybe I should just put it out. You know, I suppose that's we've got Julie's. Let's add Julie's name to the list. Welcome in, Julie's. Hope you're doing well. Just entering your name in for the draw that I'll be doing between 8 and 8:30. I'll be putting all names of people in the live chat, entering their names into a draw that I'll do between 8 and half 8. I'll put all names into a hat and I'll draw 2 names out the hat, and each one of them names will win a £10 Amazon gift voucher. Yep. Anyone that comes into the live chat are automatically entered. You know, that's the way of entry. You know, just by simply popping across and, you know, putting a couple of comments in the chat section. people don't frown on the coffee link so much, and most of it goes to the channel owner. Yeah, I probably agree. Well, if my name gets drawn, can you give it to someone that needs it? Jaleese, everyone, everyone so far said that to me. The idea is for me to, give this, to one of you guys. I hope it's not going to turn out like an evening where, I want to give something back to, just show my appreciation to you guys, for help supporting me and for help supporting like the channel by, viewing my content, etc. So I really like you guys to accept it, and then if you want to pass that on to somebody else, I feel greater, you know. Yeah, maybe I should whack the buy me a coffee link up. I think it's because we all know there's always someone who could make good use of the gift. I mean, especially at this time of year. I mean, I'm not saying that I'm a millionaire, you know, but I'm not hard. I'm not hard up for cash. Um, and I just thought this was a good little way, for me to give something back. Um, as an achievement, me reaching 2K subs. I mean that, I wouldn't even have imagined, me reaching to this level. In the space of, in this space of 5 months, 3 months, 4 months since I've been back on with this new channel, and to reach to that stage, it's you guys that have helped me to get to this level. So it's something I just want to give back to you guys. I haven't done this for clicks, views, or anything like that. This is just me wanting to show the appreciation to you guys, for the support that you've shown me. I think it's Steve, a local food bank or something. We would all love that idea. You can still tell us who won. I mean, I've got the vouchers now, and I do stuff at my local food bank. I do donate like £50 a month. Once a month, I'll go, and either spend the £50, on food products and take that down to the local food bank, or I give them the donation and then they can put that into their pot. So I do what I can, for these organisations that are based on their own funding. How's Angelic Angels? Give her my love. She's just having a lay down at the moment. I know the past couple of days, she's been really drained, and tired from like doing her dialysis sessions. But it'd be a lot better if the nurses could get things right, because they've blown the fistula in her arm about like 7 times now. So I do get times where like she'll come home, she'll be totally drained, and then she explains to me then that, she doesn't want to do the dialysis anymore because obviously it's hurting her at the same time when they blow her fistula. I mean, it's not painless, so I've got to be there for her, mentally as well as like physically sometimes, by doing stuff for her, even if it's something simple like making a coffee or getting her a bite to eat, but it's more of the mental side that takes a lot out of her. And then she becomes like drained. You know, sometimes it's hard for me because I can't do anything to make that better. But I have spoken to some solicitors. I have written a letter to the managing director of the hospital. You know, because they're supposed to be fully trained people that put her on her dialysis. And where she's got the fistula in her arm, you obviously put a needle in, you know, to set her up on the machine. And from time to time, there's people that haven't been trained to do it, and they put the needle in the wrong place, and that's blown the fistula, which has led to blood clots in her arm. And now what they've done, because of the stuff that I've been bringing to their attention, they've got one nurse now, you know, it's fully trained to put her on, and it's only her that will be putting her on from now on. But you know what these doctors and nurses don't understand is when they make an error like that, it has a major effect on Jacqueline's life. You know, to hear her coming back saying, "Oh, you know, I'm fed up with dialysis. I don't want to do it no more." It just breaks my heart. You know that, um, like if it was somebody having a go at her, that can be sorted. You know, but you know, whereas in this situation, you know, half the time, you know, I don't know what I can do except to make her life easier when she gets home from dialysis, and do everything you know, that she needs to do, and I'll do that for her. And the reason why, it's a bit complicated. Do you have support too, Steve? No. No, I'll just go with the flow, because I've just got to stay strong, like for Jack, basically. You know, each and every day I learn more, and I understand it that much better. And the reason why there's a lot of complications, because it's not just only that with Jack's health. She's like, if I said you terminally ill, you know, you'll understand that you know, she's never going to get better, and basically that's as close to the truth, you know, as I can say, as regards to other health issues that she's got. And where she's quite slim, her veins and arteries in her arm, they're not like yours and mine. You know, her arteries and stuff are like, we're talking millimeters. You know, so it's very, very, very thin. And that's probably where the ones that are very much untrained, you know, can't get the needle into a vein that's like less than a millimeter, you know, in thickness. And I know she's got to go back soon. And what they'll do is they'll put a balloon into the arteries to blow the arteries, you know, as wide as they can be. And the problem being, that would be okay for 6 months, then, say for argument's sake, and then the veins and arteries will like slim back down again, and you know, you're back to square one. She's got a line going through her chest as well, you know, just up about this sort of area, and that was originally put in temporary until they put the fistula in her arm. And then what they were going to do then was use the fistula full time, and take the line out. But as a godsend, they haven't taken the line out, because when they mess up her arm, they've then got to revert to the line for her to do her dialysis. And bearing in mind, that line was originally only going to be in for, I think, 12 months at the most, like temporary. You know, so it's a godsend that, you know, she's got that line in. Otherwise, You know, she wouldn't be able to get the dialyzing that she has to do. I mean, it's complicated at times. I mean, but cheers, TNT balls. Everyone needs support. I agree, Jalise. I mean, but I'm stubborn. You know, I just worry about her. You know, making her as comfortable and as happy as I can. You know, when she comes home. We went through nurse neglect with my mum. Had meetings with head of nursing. I was escorted out. I couldn't believe that, Jalise. I mean, you know, that's why now I've approached the solicitor and I've been put in contact with a specialist solicitor that deals with, you know, these sort of cases. Right, I've got to go sort my lads out, so I need to. Yeah, Cindy, thanks ever so much for coming in, and you know, I'll let you know if it's your name that's drawn out of the hat. Not a problem. So I give it about another 15, 20 minutes, and I'll put the names into a hat and do the draw. The nurse is still hiding. Told her boss she better. We've known Nurse Ratchet for years. I mean, you know, on one hand, it's, you know, I can't, you know, I don't want to blame, you know, like the NHS service because it's underfunded, you know, and but the other hand is telling me, you know, they're supposed to be doing their job, and you know, obviously, if they're not doing their job correctly, then you know they need to be told and retrained, so that they can provide that care, you know, because that's what they're getting paid for. You know, so I can understand it from like all sides, but you know, there's still that seething anger inside me saying they're still getting it wrong. They're still getting it wrong. They're still causing her misery. They're still causing her pain, and um, I've even started now. I'm going to be going for some tests myself to see if my kidney I can donate to her. Um, you know, I've gone to speak to some specialist about this. You know, so they've put me through the process. Um, if I was to become a live donor, you know, that's the next thing I want to look into. Um, and hopefully, you know, that will go well, and I can donate one of my kidneys to Jacqueline, and you know that might help her in her life because her one kidney's is totally, you know, it don't work whatsoever. But she's only got like 4 or 5% remaining on her second kidney. You know, so the next step for me, you know, is to obviously go through some testing myself to see if I can be a live donor. You know, otherwise she's on the waiting list, but you know, they said the waiting list is like 3 years. So you know, if I can get that sooner, and you know, if mine's a match, blah blah blah, then I'll be donating, you know, one of my kidneys to her. My lad was studying law, so his tutor gave me a meeting free. Really nice guy. Nurse Ratchet and her body had been abusing patients for some time. It's so hard to prove neglect, so it didn't go anywhere because my mum wouldn't have been able to give evidence. I mean, it's tough. Um, my bestie's lad got his transplant 2 years ago off her hubby. Yes, because I do believe now it doesn't have to be a perfect match because they can use you know, drugs to make it acceptable. Jackie will receive. Trying to think of the name of the drug now. You know, but Jacqueline can receive anti-rejection um, anti-rejection medication. Jacqueline can receive. So it doesn't have to be a perfect match, because the drugs can work from Jack's side. And anti-rejection medication, I think it is. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed for that one. I'm hoping that can go ahead. Maybe next year. Because at least that will prolong. That'll prolong, and hopefully, if all that can happen. She won't have to do dialysis, if she can get a transplant. She had 2 that matched, but he had 3, so the doc opted for him. Yeah, because even though they matched, he still rejected for a while, but he's good now. Yeah, I mean, they've got different medications now. From what they were saying, that Jacqueline would have to take. So there's more of a chance that the kidney won't be rejected. So maybe that's something for me to look forward to. Next year. And then what that would do, then that will help support that. Jacqueline wouldn't need to do the dialysis. Right, there's the list of names. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rip these names up now and put them into going to put them into that frying pan for now. Cheers, TNT balls. Let's get these names put into the tin, and I'll get the missus down for her to choose 2 names out of the hat. Names in the pan, yeah. Bit of advertising error there. I was putting the names in the hat, but it's the names in the pan. Something new for you guys. I'm going to get some scissors, it'll be easier. Where's the bloody scissors when you need them? Right. Christine. Newton. Paul C. Hey, you can come down and pick some names. Midland audits. Yep. Tough as old boots is Sir Dodgy Dave. Yep. Right, I'm just going to add the other half here. You have to come down this side. So you can see on here that I'm doing it right. Right, I've got all the names in there, guys. Now I better do it on camera so people can see I'm not cheating. Right, I'm going to get my lovely wife to pick some names out of the hat. All the names are in there, guys. And the first winner is the first winner of the £10 Amazon gift voucher goes to roboldgoth816. The first winner. There's one lucky winner. Roboldgoth816. You're the first winner, sir. Congratulations. There's our first winner. Rob, if you can get an email across to me or something, I can give you the code. Right, mix them all up again. There we go, guys. For the second winner, and the second winner is Paul C. Cheers, wifey. Paul C, you're the second lucky winner. So we got first winner is Rob Golf, and the second winner is Paul C. Right, if Rob, can you get your email to me? So I can send the £10 Amazon gift code over to you, please. Put it on your community, Steve. I'll share this this video to my community page when I cut the live. I'll probably stay on for about another half an hour or so. You know, just so people can see, you know, that, you know, I'm not trying to con anybody. You know, so I'll put this on shared to my community page. Paul C, if you're there, you're the second winner. Rob, can you put your email in the comment section here? You know, or if you can jump on the panel, I can send you a private message with the Amazon code for you. There's a link, Rob, if you can jump on the panel, you know, just sit backstage and I can send you a private message with the Amazon code on it for you. I'll have to get hold of Paul C, or if anybody knows Paul C, to get hold of me. Or Rob Oldgoth. If you look me up on Facebook, Steve Clark is my Facebook. I can send it you via Messenger. I'll show you me. Rob Oldgoth, that's my Facebook. If you want to hit me up on Facebook. I can send you a message via Messenger with the Amazon code in. Rob, if you got a quick second, just click the link there for the StreamYard. I won't put you on. I'll keep you in the background, and that way I can send a private chat message to you. Or if you're on Facebook, I can try and find you. Because you're so Rob and Paul C. If you can add me up on Facebook, Steve Clark, or drop your email in the comment section, then I can get the Amazon codes over to you straight away. Well done, guys. I was really hoping it'll go to like Cindy Collector. I'll be a bit biased, but two deserving people, Rob Oldgoth and Paul C. Well done, congratulations, guys. Please get in contact with me somehow so I can, get these Amazon codes across to you, please. Two good winners. I was hoping it was going to be one male, one female. But that was out of my control. that side was for the wife to choose. So then people can't say that I've ripped somebody off, or you know, I haven't done it like fairly. So congratulations to Rob Old Goth and Paul C. You've both each won a £10 Amazon gift voucher. You know, that was the easy part. Now the hard part, I need some way of communicating with Rob Oldgoth and Paul C, so I can pass the code across to them. Nice gift, congrats to the winners, and well done on the 2K subs. Cheers, Cindy Collector. I mean, but I'd never have got there without you guys, you know, supporting my channel. And you know, I've got the best mods, you know, on my channel, which was kindly donated by Dodgy Dave. Very trustworthy, very, very good mods. You know, so I'm thankful for Dodgy Dave for loaning me your mods over on my channel. You know, you can't do a channel, you know, or do lives or, you know, interviews with people unless you got a decent bunch of mods. So, you know, I'm thankful for Dave for loaning me his mods. And I would never have reached 2K subs without like all of you guys, you know, that view my content. You know, to help me build up my views on my content, you know, that's down to you guys. You know, so I'm thankful, you know, for each and every one of you that views my content, that has an input into the channel, and for passing by, and you know, especially to my mods, because there'd be unsavory characters, you know, lurking in my live chats if it wasn't for like these decent mods. And I'm glad that Dave's allowed me the privilege to have them like at my service on my channel. You know, so big up Dodgy Dave, the Beast Slayer twice over. You know, going back to Dave's meeting with Decker. I mean, Dave cracked him a nice fucking right, and you could tell because Decker like he stayed back. He stayed well fucking back. You know that shook him. That shook Decker's chin. And the thing is, I mean, I knew Dave was a big lad, but you know, I didn't know he was that size. The geezer's like fucking giant haystacks. You know, he's like fucking giant haystacks or Big Daddy. You know, but Dave gave him such a clumping right. You know, um, you know that sent Decker backwards. You know, and even for like a bare knuckle boxer like Dickie the Beast, you know, even he fucking stayed back. You know, so you can only imagine what power was behind that one punch. And if you notice the way that Decker came out the gate and just started chucking the punches wildly, and you know they absolutely missed. You know, at one point I thought Decker was actually going to fall flat on his nose through the miss. You know, and you know, to have punches chucked at you like that, I mean, to me that's not a bare knuckle boxer. That's a shit fighter. If he's going to chuck punches like that and miss, I mean, I was laughing when I seen that video the first time. You know, the first two punches. You know, I'm sure Decker nearly fell flat on his face. You know, just through the power he put in the punch and missed. You could see him like, you know, go fucking forward. I mean, that was a fucking joke. You know, bare knuckle fighters, you know, fight better than that. You know, and Dave moved well clear of them first two, and they were given without warning. And Dave had 55 pieces of paper in his left hand and a mobile phone in his right hand. You know, but you can only imagine that clump that fucking Dave gave him right on the end of his fucking jaw. You know, the Beast Slayer in every way, which shape and form that you look at it. You know, that backdecker right the fuck off, you know, because he was hesitant. You know, he stayed his distance as if to say, fuck that. You know, so big up Dodgy Dave. The scary thing is, where does it end? It's all getting very nasty. I agree, Cindy, and like I've always said that somebody. I mean, there's so many like different situations going off on YouTube at the moment. You know, where is it all going to end? You know, I've always said over the past couple of months someone's going to get seriously hurt. You know, I don't know so much about all these other beefs that are going on. I mean, but in the case with like Dickie, you know, when is he going to stop? He's a narcissistic fucking bullying liar. You know, when's he going to start? I mean, he even started lying over all the videos and what Dave had on and what Dave didn't have on, and you know, the manipulating is still continuing to this day from like Decker's side, and that's the scary side to it because you know, where is it all going to end? I mean, some of these other beefs, you know, that's been going on, you know, again, you know, between you know, a couple of well-known characters that have been on Decker's backing case for the past 3 years. You know, they got people calling them out and going to their house and slashing tires on cars and banging doors when there's children in houses. I mean, it's scary. You know, but some of it's unnecessary. You know what I mean? I mean, you know, in Dave's instance, I mean that, you know, that's probably not avoidable because, you know, he's got that passion. You know, just like everybody else has that passion. You know, when it comes to such a dangerous character like Dickie, you know, we can only but imagine how many more survivors are out there because of his like doings towards them. And the manipulation and the lies and the bullshit to all these subscribers is still continuing, and you know them sort of subscribers are listening like as if he's the god and he ain't done nothing wrong and he can't do nothing wrong. But you know, mark my words, if they had gone through, you know, stuff, if Decker had got to them, you know, they wouldn't be saying that then, would they? They would soon be like running millions of miles away from them, and you know, this is the awareness of the continuation of the support from the likes of Humble Dryer, Dodgy Dave, Motorsport, um, your Karma Corner. If it wasn't for the likes of like Karma Corner, you know, we would be knowledgeless. You know, so again, people like even Karma Corner, you know, he's got the awareness being spread out in his way of how he deals with putting information across to people. Just gonna let the cat out, guys. I'll be 2 seconds. Spiky. Bye. Wait, once you go out. Go on, Spike, Just let Spike the cat out. Karma Corner, plays a big part because the way that he gets the knowledge out there, he does it in a way that we all understand, and he does it sometimes in a comical way, even though, the subject, isn't comical by far, but, I big up the way that he brings it all out. No, so if it weren't for the likes of all of these collectively, then, this guy would be, even though he is still continuing, to try and find people that he can manipulate and, get out of what he can with the vulnerable people. So awareness always has to, stay on par, and hence that's why Dave's done, a lot of good, just recently, with his way, of bringing that awareness to the forefront, because there's still a load of people that don't use the internet or don't use YouTube, and so they wouldn't hear these things. So he's took it, to the public, to make the public aware. And I've been asked questions like, do I support what Dave does, and what's my feelings about the way that Dave's doing stuff, and I agree with him 100%, and I always did say, something more needed doing, and this is the more, that could be done, which is taking it to the public, to make the public aware of exactly what they've got in their community. Some people might disagree, and think that it's all becoming like a farce now, but unfortunately, maybe the next step now, is like what the honest truth Bobby has said, and that's like a proper protest, a proper peaceful protest where, like, you inform the authorities, and you inform the police, and you inform the tabloids, that this is what's going to go ahead. You're going to be holding a peaceful protest. Maybe that's the next step, in all of this, because if it's done correctly, positively, and properly, with all the authorities being notified, that is the next way forward, I believe. So you might well see, somebody arranging a peaceful protest. I mean, you're always going to get the naysayers that think, oh, it's too much, it's all over the top. I mean, but what is the perfect way to bring awareness? Because he's not going to stop. He's going to he's just too much of a manipulative person, and look what he's done recently with scamming people out of money. And if it wasn't for certain people bringing it to the forefront, then that poor guy and that lad would never have had a birthday present. Because they scammed Dickie, scammed them out of their money. I mean, if you notice when Danny Christie stepped in, and offered and gave them tickets to his next live fight for free. I don't know if you all noticed, but Decker then decided to, have an outburst against the guy, call the guy mouthy, blah blah blah, and then give him back his £500. I mean, I don't know if any of you noticed that, but I did. A peaceful protest, you know, it's the next step forward, because not only then will the public see, you know, but you're going to get people like the newspapers that are going to want to cover the story, and you know, if there's people within the council or government or whatever, you know, in that area, local MP, blah blah, you know, we'll get to hear about that, and then only then, you know, can these steps start getting be put, you know, into place. But you know, that's what I seriously think. Peaceful protest, you know, because it's going to hit the papers. You know, people are going to be wondering what's the protest about, and you know, if you take it through all the right channels and get it done correctly, you know, it's got more beef behind it then. You know, it'll certainly hit the headlines. You know, because these papers are going to be wanting to know what the hell's going on, what's the protest about, why has it come about, you know, so that'll be it then, out in the news, in the newspapers, and you know, a lot of people read newspapers nowadays. You know, so just think of the thousands of people that, you know, that will get to see it in the newspapers. I think it's great. Exactly, Cindy. I mean, this is like, if people say it's going too far, then I'm sorry, but for as long as this guy is going to continue manipulating people, lying to people. I mean, even over this incident with Dodgy Dave, he's still lying, you know, and manipulating the subscribers of 10K on his channel that, you know, he's innocent, and you know, it never happened like this and it never happened like that, and you know, when that's the only way possible, you know, to bring this to a good conclusion, and a peaceful protest. Just like Karma Corner, not Karma Corner, the Real Honest Truth, Bobby suggested that, you know, and I think that's positive, you know, and I think that's maybe the next step that needs to be done. Anybody know how I can get hold of Rob Olgoth? You know, I need to get his prize across to him. Just need, like, you know, his Facebook maybe, or you know, an email, Rob. You know, if you're listening, Rob, can you give me some way I can communicate? I mean, you can even just jump on the panel. I mean, you stay in the background. You won't be anywhere near the screen, but that way I can send you a private message. You know, and I can send the code over to you. You know, and then that's tried to email you, but address not found. I'll put it on. I'll put it on the screen for you. My email. 2 seconds, Rob. Um, official.topic.talk@protonmail.com, Rob. Or what I can do, if you can't get on that one, I'll give you my my wife's email. That's Jackie Mattox 01 at outlook.com. So that's Jackie Mattox Mattox 01 at outlook.com. Yeah, take care, Cindy. I'm just gonna check. No, it's not come through, Rob. It's not come through, Rob. Evening, Snugster 101. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Rob, that's all in small cases. It's Jackie Mattox 01 at outlook.com. I haven't I've just checked, but I can't see an email sent, mate. Check it again. I'll check the other folder. Check the junk mail. Stocks and shares. No, there's nothing there. Ah, got it. Got it now, buddy. I'm just gonna send you let's have a look. Yeah, the two lucky winners. The first one was Rob Oldgoth, and the second lucky winner was Paul C. I'm waiting to get in contact with Paul C. so I can pass his £10 Amazon gift voucher over to him. But I'm just in the process of sending Rob his winning prize over. I've just sent him an email reply. But yeah, congratulations, Rob. You know. Yeah, no worries, Rob. Just put that into your Amazon account, you know, to make sure it goes through okay. You know, I just want to make sure that you're happy and satisfied that I've stuck to my end of the deal. You know, I like a happy customer. Well, a happy winner. I've got to get hold of Paul C. Hopefully Paul C will pop back into the chat. You know, I'll probably keep this live going until Paul pokes his face back in, or unless if somebody knows Paul C, if they can possibly let him know, you know, that he's the second winner. Just trying to have a look to find his message when he was in. Yeah, no problem, Rob. You know, great winner. Hope all okay, Steve. Send Mrs. Official my love as always. I will do, Kelly. Indeed. What I done, uh, I let Jackie reach in the pot and put out the two winning names out the frying pan. Meant to have been out of the head, but out of a hat. But you know, I didn't have a hat available, so I put them in the saucepan. So I drew the names out of a saucepan. Well, she did for me, you know, because I didn't want anybody to say that I was cheating, you know, or doing it incorrectly. You know, so I thought it was only right that I get the wife to, you know, pick the names. Going to treat our dogs with it. They're spoiled. P.S. The code is loaded in the account now successfully. Cheers, Rob. There's one of our lucky winners for tonight. Enjoy, Rob. Well deserved. What are your plans for the weekend, Steve? I don't know. I was meant to have done a couple of pre-recorded podcasts with Ronan this weekend, but that's been put off till Monday or Tuesday now. So you know, I might do a live tomorrow. Might do a live tomorrow, and then just relaxing with the wife and the cats. We've got we've got 4 cats. You know, I count them as my children, the cats. I'll jump on the live with you one day. Can discuss via email. I mean, yeah, anytime you want to jump on. I mean, what basically happens? I don't know if you ever jumped on a live, but you go like backstage, and you can have a chin wag backstage, which me and Ronan normally do. And what I do with like some of my guests, we have a little chat in the background and then go live. Because when you talk in the background, it's only between us two, or the two people that are backstage, and then you can go live, and then that's when people see you. But yeah, it'd be great. I mean, if you could jump on like one of the days, just to have a chin wag about, we can pick any subject, that you would like to talk about. Um, but after hearing all this, I mean, I was shocked this morning. Um, when I was seeing and heard that Yemi B was supposed to have died. Um, that kind of hit me hard. Because he is one of the people I've been trying to get on and do an interview with. But then it's come about that no, he's still alive. He's kicking, he's well, and apparently it was just a mistake. Um, well done, Rob, and well done, Steve, on your channel. Cheers, Kelly. It's a shame you didn't pop by like about between 7:30 and 8 o'clock, and I could have chucked your name into the into the pot. Um, there wasn't that many, to be honest with you. I thought there would have been a heck of a lot more. I think there was something like about 9 names, I think. I was hoping there would have been a lot more people that would have wanted to take some money out of my pocket. As they say. So, yeah, I was going to say, if anybody knows Paul C, if anybody speaks to Paul C, or if you're linked with Paul C's channel, if you can get him to get hold of me, get him to send a message underneath this. If you can't jump in on this live chat now, when the live chat ends, I'll stick around for probably about another hour, to see if he comes in. If not, I'm going to have to. I'll share this video to my community page, and hopefully I'll tag him to the video, and hopefully he'll come and claim his £10 Amazon gift voucher. See, I think what it is, Rob. I think with my Proton mail account, I think I've got a text. I've got to email the person first, and then we can communicate like that way. I think. I'm popping off for now. Speak soon, Steve, and thank you. Have a great evening. Yeah, no problem, Rob. Thanks for dropping by, and congratulations on being the first winner. And yeah, I'll catch up with you shortly, buddy. You have yourself a good evening. There we go, guys. There was one happy winner. I mean, I've just got to wait for Paul C now. to get in contact with me. So I can pass the prize across to Paul C. Yeah, I think with the proton mail, I think I've got to send the person an email first, and then they can make a reply. So what I'll do, Rob, I'll send you an email now from my Proton account, and then you've got linked up then to my email. Yeah, I was hoping it'll be one male and one female, that one tonight. But Paul C, if you're listening, Paul C, please get hold of me, please.